Okay, unless you're living under a rock, I'm sure everyone knows that ATEEZ's little brother group just had their first ever comeback after their debut, right? I mean, they're not really ATEEZ's little brother group anymore because they oh my god, they're really coming into their own sound, which I'm so happy about. Like, I know I loved Bouncy, but man, the only thing I wanted for Xikers was to have a different sound than ATEEZ, and they're really getting out of that after being pretty close in production to what ATEEZ sounds like in their debut. I know some people disagree, but I'm sorry, it's true. But in this first comeback, it's completely different. We're going to go over all their songs in my order of my least favorite to my favorite, and I'll have like timestamps if you want to skip over some like negative comments, I guess, because I don't like everything. If you're not new to my channel, you're very aware of that. But if you are new, hi, I do like Xikers very much, and Yechan especially. But if you are new here, I don't like every single song from even my favorite group, which is probably Stray Kids at the time. Hell, even my original favorite group, Girls' Day, I don't like every single song from any K-pop group. Please don't take it the wrong way, but I'm going to be completely honest, let you guys know my thoughts. And if you don't like hearing negative comments about songs, you'll see the timestamps with like the songs that I didn't like as much and the songs that I did like as much. So let's dive into this. We're going to start off with my least favorite song. Yeah, so surprisingly, the most rap-heavy one is my least favorite, coming from a person whose channel is all about rapping, and I even made a video about Yechan's rap in here. I know, it's weird. Look, Yechan had probably the best rap on the objectively, like it's on a technical standpoint, the best rap on this album was Yechan's verse in Kung, easily. And on top of that, Subin and Minjae had amazing deliveries, and probably each of their best delivery that they have done to this date, with the intensity behind their rap and the way they delivered their lines. Wonderfully done. Probably their best delivery so far as a Xikers member. However, if you love EDM, heavy EDM, very intense instrumentals, and chanting, that's what this hook is, and yeah, I'm very much over that. Maybe I've listened to too much Stray Kids. It's a very Stray Kids-esque thing. If you like that type of thing, you'll probably really love Kun. Go check that one out. But honestly, I'm a bit over that sound. I've gotten really tired of it in K-pop. Favorite part besides the rapping was probably this like whispery part after the first hook. There's this really cool like piano undertone on it, which blew me away. I was not expecting that with how the rest of the song sounds. There's like this like piano part that hits on a rhythm of 1 and then the and of 3. So anyways, that's probably like the coolest part outside of the rapping. But let's move on to the other song that I did not playlist. Yeah, so Skater. This is probably the most ATEEZ-esque production on this album, and arguably the only one. You could make a few arguments for a few other songs, but I think this is the only one that really has it really heavy on the album, where most of their debut was very ATEEZ production-like. I guess that turned me away from the song a little bit because the hook is very catchy, don't get me wrong. And if you like ATEEZ, I think this is going to be a lot of ATEEZ's favorite song on this album. It's a really good overall song and has very catchy chorus, as I mentioned, but I think other than the production style, my least favorite part of this were the lyrics. Because they're like, and we're gonna be skaters, aren't they? Yeah, roll, 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 roll. And I'm just like, what? I'm listening to a song about them skating? Cool. I don't know, sometimes the English just sticks out too much for me, and I'm just like, do they even skate? Is this something they even do, or are they just singing about going skating? I think it had to do with like living life or something like that, but the analogy didn't really hit for me. But let's move on to the songs I did like, because everything else I playlisted. Sunny's Side. This is probably my least favorite of the songs that I playlisted and I'm listening to, mainly because it's a very old school boom boppy sound that I'm not into that much. But what's cool about it is they take that old school boom boppy, slower 90s boom bop sound, and they mix it with this like modern vocal effects, and especially like this vocal layering in the hook, which is so cool. And it's something I'm listening to a lot with the artist known as Gist. He layers his vocals all the time. It's so cool to listen to, and they did that here, and probably my favorite part because it makes a really catchy chorus, and it that's the most shining part of the song for me. The part that I like listening to the most is that chorus, and the most interesting part. The rapping is definitely the weaker part, which again is weird from me saying as a rap channel, at least to me, because I listen to this song for the hook. It's just overall great vocal hooks, great vocal tone, great vocal effects, and that's what made me love this song and playlist this song. So. The title track is alt rock. And now if you haven't heard this yet and you're listening to this just like, you're following my channel and you're like, oh, maybe I should check this out. What does Matt like? This is alt rock. I don't think I've ever heard this truly in K-pop before. It is not Dreamcatcher rock. It is not just like hard rock like Dreamcatcher is with a bit of pop mixed into it. Not that. It is not like a K-band. Like, it's not like Extraordinary Heroes. Maybe it's a little bit like Extraordinary Hero debut, but the traditional K-bands in Flying, Lucy, all these K-bands, it's not pop rock at all. Or yeah, pop rock. That'd be pop rock. It's not like that at all. It's not even like the new Olivia Rodrigo trend that everyone and their mother is doing. It's its own thing. It's literally alt rock. It's very aggressive. It's very angsty. It has a lot of different effects, Xikers effects that I've never heard before. A lot of vocal distortion on it. Give it this really unique inflection to it. There's a lot of really cool vocal inflections, not only on the actual intro of the track and in the hook and everything, they also do it on the raps, which is really cool. You hear Yechan in the rap putting all these vocal inflections into his rap, which is so nice to listen to. And it's honestly probably Yechan's best delivery while we're at it. Like, he goes off on the delivery aspect, and I don't know, just overall, it's just really fun raps. It's a really fun song. It's such a unique song for K-pop, and it's probably why I ended up liking it, because I haven't really heard this sound of K-pop before, at least off the top of my head. Homeboy! Yeah, the first and foremost, in the first 10 seconds of the song, they changed the BPM. Cool as fuck. At least I'm pretty sure they do. It starts off slower and then it speeds up after 10 seconds, just suddenly gets faster. Really cool. But beyond that, again, you guys are noticing a pattern here. Another catchy as a fuck hook. Like, yeah, it's a really slow song, and I'd kind of classify it as like a pop anthem in a way. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's like this really powerful, lower, not like ballad slow, but like a power slow pop song that's super catchy in the hook that I end up loving. There's this really cool background harmony too, that this is what you could make an argument is very 80s like with what they're doing with the background harmonies, the types of effects that they have on those background harmonies in the hook. But just overall, favorite part, again, the hook. Xikers making amazing hooks in this album, and I'm just like, yes. Honestly, it's a cutesy song. This is, I would classify as a cute sounding song. It's probably my favorite type of cute. If I wanted a song to be cute, I would want it to sound like this run. It's kind of a chill, cutesy sound with energy behind it, but it's not like stereotypical generic. It has a very unique flavor to it, and this is the type of sound that I'm hoping Xikers continues to, not necessarily the cutesy part, but like the way that they put this together, they kind of like keep driving into, if you will. It has, again, just like this very unique Xikers flair to it that doesn't sound like a basic cutesy song at all, and I'm really happy that they're finding this own sound already in their careers, especially after hearing their debut. I thought it would be like a year or two before they truly venture out into their own sound, but they're doing it, and I'm so happy. And this is by far my favorite Xikers song overall release so far. I mean, they've only released, 10, 12, something like that. This is by far my favorite, and I'm really happy with this album overall. Honestly, again, this song, Run, probably Suman's best flow too. He had a pretty interesting flow. Nothing like mind-blowing, I don't think, but it made me double take it going, oh, was that Suman? Ooh. So yeah, I think this is Suman's best flow by far so far. But yeah, so that's the overall album. I hope you guys enjoyed my little breakdown of it. Let me know what your favorite songs are down in the comments below. And with that, I have a little thing to get into. Because if you didn't know, at the end of every video, I do a shout out to all of my amazing patrons. And if you want to be on this list in the future, as well as see videos 12 hours early, get special access to reactions I make, and other benefits, you can support me on Patreon for just a few dollars a month. And you can also support me for free just by joining our community on Discord, liking this video, and, sharing with other roadies to, spread Xikers love. Anyways, here we go. Let's dive into the shout out. Shout out to Swiss, Errol, Laura Fernandez, Just a Penguin, Pixel, Arston, Griffin Chiavo, Muse Ribbons, Wookbook, Smila X Smith, Austin, Caitlin Gervin, Deadboy Sushi, Farhan Fleur, Fred Earth, Hannah Manu, Natalia Kazinska, Novolite, Premislav Polinsky, Rand1998, Rai Valtini, and all the other lower tier patrons as well. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!